Gistlover. Gistlover has done a lot. I mean, exposed these. Some of them are true. In fact, Gistlover always boasts that 90 or let's say 100% of whatever it is that is out there are correct. There's a lot happening. But as Gistlover is pushing out every of this thing, there are people who are also hunting for Gistlover, both internally and externally, physically and spiritually. One of them is Apostle Johnson Suleman. If you've been following the trend of a man called Suleman, Apostle Johnson Suleman, and domiciled in Auchi, Edo State, Omega Fire Ministries, you understand what I'm going to talk about. A young man called Joseph. He has a brother called Amos. If, like I said, you've been following the trend, you know that Amos and Joseph, both of them came up with some info about Apostle Johnson Suleman's private life. This life does not speak well about a pastor, apostle, bishop, or whatever it is. This man, we cannot say exactly what he is involved in. Is this man occultic? Is he a sinner? I mean, someone who is just swimming in sin and still dealing with himself. Did God call him? Did God not call him? There is a lot of mystery. But the good news is that Joseph has been released. A woman decided to come into this to help the lawyer, because the lawyer in our Nigeria cannot do anything if the likes of Suleman with some corrupt, he simply made use of the corrupt system in Nigeria. That's why if you hear any pastor saying vote for this person, talking about one person is this, do not listen to them 100%. I'm not saying you have to use your own life to judge what they are saying. At times they might be saying the truth, but their life is like an agberu who calls in the passenger but does not get into the bus. So whatever is going to happen later, I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, the lawyer has decided to speak, and it is something that I want every one of us to listen to. Joseph has been finally released. He's the brother of Amos. These are the people who stayed with Apostle Johnson Suleman in his home, and they were able to get info, so certain information about Suleman, both the false, fake, miracle, prophecy, and particularly the prophecy aspect of it. Suleman is not too big on miracle. He's more on the prophecy, and apart from his miracle money, he's more on the prophecy part and all of that. And of course, you know what it is, the women aspect. In fact, there is a lot out there. All the women that Suleman touches, if you speak, if you do anyhow, you will collect. I mean, you will collect something spiritual. Either your stomach is swelling up, you are bleeding, your life is not normal, you're not okay. That's why I said, who called this guy? God called him and he derailed and he embraced the kingdom of darkness, or the kingdom of darkness called him, or his foundation is already faulty. Was he running after God, thinking this is God, and they dragged him into the occult, and he continued using the name of Jesus? Let us listen to the lawyer speak.
Hi everyone, welcome on board to PERIDOT TV.
Those of you who are underrating women when it comes to politics, you have no idea the action they can bring. She came and she brought action, letting them know what it means to detain somebody for this long. This is why I joined politics. And guess what? This just made me renew my commitment. We're not going to stop. This injustice must stop in our nation. You come out as a pastor, you are shouting no Muslim, Muslim ticket. And yet you that is a pastor, you are the one going around arresting people and detaining them. Shame on you. We are fighting against injustice. We are saying there should be no Muslim ticket in this election. And pastors, you come to the altar, you are shouting, and yet you detain somebody. Every day you are changing it. You detain him, take him to court, let's see what happens. Charge him to court, let the court decide if he's guilty. But no, you bribe all the whole police. Every one of those police officers that collected bribe, they will vomit it. We just started. You detain him since Tuesday. Today is Saturday. If not by push, by force, they will not have released him. You put him in detention for nothing. And you say you are a pastor, you are a man of God. I thought you pray to God. When we speak, people say don't speak, don't do pastor. So I'm only allowed to speak against politicians. I just came from AIT show. I spoke against every politician who is doing the wrong thing. So as a pastor, if you do the wrong thing, I will speak against you. Let me hear that man of God mention no Muslim ticket. I will personally disgrace you in public. I am pissed off. I am mad. This is why we join politics. Because of injustice. because you have money, because you have connection, you detain somebody who did not commit any crime. You say for defamation. Defamation is not an arrestable crime. If somebody defame you, you go to court, you file a civil case. If the judge find him guilty, he pay the penalty or the fine. But no, because you think you have police, every single police officer who collected money, you will vomit it. I'm telling you, I'm not going anywhere. You will vomit that money. The case will begin this week. What arrant nonsense.
When you are on top, you always become the topic either for good or for bad. Unfortunately, it seems Suleman, maybe somehow he was able to get some energy, powers, or some charms, or maybe God called him and he derailed. I am not going to go into that right now, but all I've heard that have been said about this Suleman, women, and a lot of terrible things happen to these women. We've not heard scandals such as so much like falsifying miracles of someone who cannot walk, cripple. He doesn't have too much of that. What we know is women, apart from fake prophecy that has been tagged to him. Now, a wise person would have acted differently, but when you are not mature, it doesn't matter if God called you or you belong to the kingdom of darkness. If you are not mature as a person, physically, meaning if your mind is not mature, I'm not talking about age now, you always misbehave. Even if God call you, you will misbehave. We've seen countless people that have gifts. This is just gift. God call you, you have the gift, either to see, to hear, gift to heal, gift to prophesy, gift to see vision, gift for all of this is a gift. If your gift begin to manifest faster, higher, more than that thing that you are supposed to have, and what is that? Discipline. Unfortunately, you will misbehave. You will be all over the place. Now, we're going to say it is now the ancestral spirits, or like how David cried, oh God, deliver me from this bondage of the blood, meaning inherited things that person inherited. It's not like I want to do it, but this thing is so much inside of me, I cannot control it. This urge for different women, did Suleman get it from somewhere else? Well, according to what we heard and what we know, it could be joined from his ancestors and from what he has decided to join his hands into. Some say the spirit of immorality crept into their life, and since they could not get back the Holy Spirit, they decided to go all the way. Some say someone took them somewhere. Some say their foundation is false already. We have started seeing the link up. A lot of people will listen to one prophet, one pastor. They embrace him, but they won't embrace the other. Then eventually they realize that the pastor that they've embraced connected himself or herself to that source, the source that they say, oh, this one is a false prophet. At the end of the day, they say if the foundation is destroyed, if the foundation is empty, if the foundation is cancerous, what else do you expect? Now, the person that, according to the report that we have on our hand, that was arrested and eventually has been released, according to what you heard, this person has been released on bail. This is not the first time. They said this happened before. These are people who were close to Suleman. He is a spiritual head or the founder of Omega Fire Ministries based in Auchi, Edo State. He has his ministries in Canada. He has people working for him there. He has some, maybe Italy, all over he has some few like that. And he said that RCCG Pastor Adeboye is a spiritual father, whatever that means. We all know that Adeboye has embraced Mammon. I'm not saying more about that. So anyone that wants to be a spiritual son, of course, you will have vagabonds, you will have children that have integrity. You have a lot of, all of them will be, I want to be your son, I want to submit under you. You know, all of them will all be accepted. Well, right now, he has been released. I'm talking about the young man that got arrested. He has been released eventually. He is one of the people who stayed, who lived, who was with Apostle Johnson Suleman in his house, in his home. He took them, and people have been saying, what kind of rubbish is this? This person took care of you guys. In fact, there are a lot of voice recording of Apostle Johnson Suleman speaking about this. And unfortunately, you cannot listen to some of this voice note because he has the, he has this characteristics of paying some hungry people out there to pull down videos, and these people will simply download your video and claim the video for themselves. He has been all over the place. That's why I said, if you do not mature and before you take on some of these things, you will just misbehave anyhow. Which pastor in Nigeria or apostle or prophet in Nigeria behaves like Suleman? Nobody. Only Suleman is like a jaga person. He has no maturity. He has no package. He will address everything, speak anyhow. The second person who does this too is Bishop Oyedepo. He doesn't bring down videos. He doesn't care about this. But Bishop Oyedepo also talk. But his own is always about what is more sensitive to him, and that is if he can't get what he wants from government, or there is something like a little, and which is not bad anyway to some extent. I'm not saying everything he says is all right, but Suleman, he talks like a little boy. He brags, he talks, and I think this has to do with the character, this arrogant, empty, has to do with the kind of way he grew up. I don't want to say the way they brought him up. We heard that his foundation background is police, his parent, or probably his mother, that kind of thing. So what else do you expect? And he has this jaga kind of, this uncut character. He speaks, he talks anyhow. If you are a pastor, if you're an apostle, if you have this job, what else do you expect? Things like this will happen, particularly if they find you out. Even if you have not done any of these things, address it once and end the story there. Go on with what God called you to do. But unfortunately, this one, we don't know who called him. Yes, we don't know who called him. The person that was arrested is the brother of Amos. Some of you might know who he is. Some might not know who he is. He was part of the people who brought out the, info about Suleman. Many of these are on Gistlover. We've heard it on a platform that has been brought down. So the lawyer representing this brother of Amos, he has eventually decided to do the needful, and not just the needful. He has also decided to, as you heard, this lawyer is saying, oh, what a woman can do. Imagine a woman aside to stretch. Suleman will always threaten. You always want to use the power of the law, use the corruption that we have in Nigeria. And these are the people that will come up and say, government is this, government is that. Suleman has said that this person wants to destroy me. I don't know why Amos wants to destroy me. I don't know why this person wants to destroy me. I don't know why that person wants to destroy me. All of them wants to destroy him. What is he simply saying? These are people who have my information. In fact, on his tweet, he said, the walls does not have ears. It is your friend, the people around him. Suleman has been embroiled in Otobo, Alima, a lot of saga that has to do with women, right, left, and center. What's your thought about this? Let us meet at the comment section.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.